Jacko from MuddyTigerOutdoors, and today we have another BioLite product to show you guys and to give you a quick demo. Now I'm talking about the BioLite KettleCharge. That's what it's called, and it's basically a kettle for water, obviously, and you can use it in typical BioLite fashion to recharge your battery of USB powered devices. This is something that was given to me for Christmas by my father-in-law, and you know, I've used it a couple of times, and I'm actually growing pretty fond of it. Not only because you can recharge your phone or iPad or whatever you have that is USB powered, but also because it looks cool. I think it looks pretty modern, pretty high-tech. I just like the way it looks. It feels pretty nice. It looks pretty similar to the other BioLite products. That's what the back looks like. It's a little bit burned from the stove. You know, yellow, high temperature plastic. Now this is the handle, and the handle, when you pull it up, it just kind of basically locks in place. You can't push it down. It has an unlocking mechanism right here that if you push it up. Yeah, if you push it up right here, then it unlocks it and you can fold it for storage. But that's how it's meant to be used whenever it's on the stove or on top of the heat source. Here's where you connect your USB power device. You just lift this little rubberized tab and you connect there. There's your indicator, and just like the base camp stove, there's a heat indicator or a fire indicator, and there's the battery charge indicator. So it's kind of a nice display to kind of give you an idea of what's happening inside of the device. Here's where you pour in your water and pour it out. So there's only one inlet and outlet right there. And there's an indicator right there, minimum quantity of water and maximum quantity of water right there. And there's a little slot here, or aperture right there, I guess, for the steam to escape so it doesn't build pressure in there. So all in all, I think it's a very cool device. You know, it can multitask, charge your battery at the same time that you're heating up or boiling some water for either coffee, tea, or food if you're out hiking. Now, it is a little bit on the heavy side, primarily because the backing or the bottom plate is stainless steel, and then the rest of the materials, I think it's aluminum, and of course the heat-resistant plastic. So let me give you some of the specs real quick. And according to the BioLite website, the USB power output is 10 watts, so it's more than sufficient to recharge your average iPhone, iPad, headlamp if it's connected through USB devices. Now the charge time, according to the website, it says that 15 minutes of charge when you have this plugged in. It gives you 5 hours of talk, 5 hours of video, 5 hours of audio, and of course this varies from device to device, but that's usually on an average what it's supposed to give you. The height of the handle folded, 2.91 inches, which is 7.4 centimeters. And when it's up, it's 7.32 inches, which equates to about 18.6 centimeters. So, I mean, it's fairly compactable. I mean, you can fit it in your backpack or store it in a relatively small space, and you know, it's not very bulky or anything like that. It weighs 2 pounds or 32 ounces or 907 grams. So like I said, it's a little bit on the heavy side if you're thinking about ultralight backpacking. But if you're taking this camping or if you're putting it in your kitchen, it's definitely not bad at all. I haven't taken this backpacking with me, so I couldn't tell you how it feels with with the rest of the gear that I carry. But 2 pounds, you know, if you're really not super obsessed about lightweight backpacking, then it shouldn't be a problem. Now the type of battery is the same as the other batteries in the BioLite products. It's safe lithium iron phosphate. The capacity of the water is 750 milliliters. So it's probably good enough for about 2 cups, maybe 2.5 cups of water. What you have to think is that inside of here, right around the center, and you can see the indentation right there, where these 4 screws attach to. That's the recharging plate, and it's all connected through here, so it powers the device, or the batteries inside of the device, and recharge your USB powered devices. So your water pretty much resides around the outer circumference of the device. Like I said, the materials, it's stainless steel, aluminum, and high heat resistant plastic. Now the KettleCharge also comes with this USB cable, which is hard or metal on the as a protective case. So you can turn it and twist it in different shapes or extend it. And I'm assuming it's heat resistance because this is right on top of the device, and you can connect your USB cable there to your phone or to your iPad or whatever USB power devices, and you should be good to go. Alright guys, so having said all of that, let's go ahead and take it to the kitchen. And I don't know about you, but it's pretty cold out there. It's snowing out here. It's been snowing for the last couple of days, so I'm craving a hot cup of tea, so we're going to put this to the test. Let's go to the kitchen. Alright guys, so here we are in the kitchen, and as you can tell, here's the KettleCharge. And what I'm going to do is, it's already filled with water. I filled it up to the maximum capacity, which is 750 milliliters. I'm going to go ahead and turn on the stove, and I'm going to set a timer, see how long it takes for the water to boil, or a stopwatch rather. So we're going to go ahead and do that now. I'm going to set it to right about there and start the timer. I don't know if you can see it there in the camera. And right now, if I press on this button, it's going to tell me how much charge, and I've been using it for the last few days. So right now it has a complete full charge. That's what this indicates right here on the side. And then over here, that's the heat indicator or the fire indicator. Once the heat starts building up inside, this is going to start lighting up and go up on its own. Now, because it has a full charge, I'm going to go ahead and connect the USB. I'm going to go ahead and connect the iPad, because the iPad right now, it shows 96%, so we'll get a little bit of charge from the kettle. So let's go and plug it in, and as you can tell, there's the little symbol right there that it says that it's charged. So 95% in charging. I don't know if you guys can tell, but right there, we are at a level 3 out of 4 as far as the heat. And yeah, it does like to make some noise. Alright guys, so we are at 6 minutes roughly. And now we have a boil. I can see it boiling inside, and I don't know if the camera is going to pick up the steam coming out of here. And this is perfectly safe to touch. It's not even hot. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to turn this off. To unplug the cable, and it charged 1% on the iPad. And one of the disadvantage of this that I've noticed the last couple of times that I've used it, and I don't know if you can tell, as the water boils, it likes to come out of the actual kettle. So right now it's basically jumping out of there and it's landing in the stove. So that's one thing to watch out for. And that's with maximum capacity. I don't know if filling it halfway would do the same. I bet it wouldn't. Okay. So as you can probably tell, and this has happened every single time that I use the stove, I don't know if the spout is poorly designed or what the deal is. I don't know if I'm doing it wrong, but it makes a lot of mess. It just, the water comes out everywhere. It doesn't come out in a civilized manner, if you can call it that. So now I have a lot of water to clean, from spilling. So I probably wasted about, I don't know, about a third of a cup, a quarter of a cup there. And now that we've taken it out of the fire, or out of the heat, it's back at strength 1, but it still has a full charge. And the nice thing about it is that it will hold the charge for a good while. So as you can tell, guys, there's a lot of advantages and a couple of disadvantages. I would say the two disadvantages to me is the weight. It's a little bit on the heavy side at 2 pounds, especially if you're gonna consider this for backpacking or hiking or camping. 2 pounds, just a little bit on the heavy side. And the other disadvantage is that it's quite messy when you pour it out. When you pour it onto your cup or your container, it just goes everywhere. There's really no controlled stream out of the spout for you to make it successfully into your cup. And another disadvantage would be that when it starts boiling at maximum capacity, the water jumps out of the kettle. So it could be unsafe if you have if you're set up on an unstable area or unstable ground, and also if you know, if you're not paying attention, you can actually burn yourself. Now, advantages, obviously, you can recharge a lot of devices with the USB powered cable. You know, it's not too big. It's you know, fairly small for what it is, and you know, for when the power goes out, bug out type scenario, or just natural disaster, it's one of those great things to have because you can recharge whatever devices, lights especially in that situation. So you know, about 3 disadvantages to my opinion, and quite a few advantages to having something like this. So I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. I hope you have learned something. Please don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe. Check us out on Facebook, Muddy Tiger Outdoors. Don't forget to leave a comment, and we'll see you guys in the next video. Take care.